Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse, aka BGFH, and I am back for another Xbox One game spotlight video. I know I haven't done too many of these actually, because I guess I've just been mainly playing a lot of my multi-platform games on the computer. But going to be taking a look at an Xbox One game today. And word of warning, this is probably going to be a little bit of a longer video, I guess as usual. But in addition to covering a specific game, I'm going to be talking a little bit about racing game accessibility and my recent chat with the people at Microsoft. I just literally got off of a Skype call with a group of people over there, and they asked me some questions about the Forza series, racing games in general. Then they had a few other people that were also giving some feedback. There was kind of a group discussion at the end, and it was about an hour long, and it was a blast. I really, really enjoyed it, actually. And there were some really great, I gave my feedback, both for blind and low vision users, so I definitely put my word in for you guys there, especially for totally blind gamers, and explained a few things there, a few ideas. But in the group discussion, there was some really cool feedback, some really neat ideas that I never would have even thought of. But now that I think about them, and especially maybe not so much in Forza, but for other games, I'm looking at you, Burnout Paradise. That would be really helpful. There's a couple things that would be a really helpful feature. So I'm on my Windows desktop here, and first off, I'll show you, because I don't think I've actually showed you this yet. I'm going to open up the Xbox One app to my PC. I'm going to show you how I stream my console stuff to the PC. So we open our Xbox app, and on the left-hand side, I'll magnify it so if anyone has low vision, you can see. On the left-hand side, you have this whole list of like icons and stuff here. And toward the bottom, we've got this little console-looking thing. I'm going to click on that, and it's like the second one from the bottom as of now. But that will switch my tab over here to what my console is. So basically you have to have your Xbox One console and your PC on the same network. And I have it wired, because even on wired I get some lag hiccups every once in a while. But wireless, especially for especially any game that has like action in it, or you need to have good reflexes, be it a shooter, racing game, whatever. You really want to have a wired connection, I think. So I have it. Everything is kind of connected. They see each other. I can say turn on. Okay, I don't know if you heard that, but across the room, I heard a doo-doo-doo. So my Xbox is now on, and now I have a stream option, and I'm going to kill magnifier, click on that, and now from the bottom, boom, we're on our Xbox One dashboard.
BGFH has started streaming.
All right, BGFH has started streaming. Perfect. So now, and you notice I have narrator on the dashboard, so
Recently used, My Games and Apps, Resume, Launch, Forza Motorsport 7.
Forza
Forza
Motorsport 7, we're going to launch into that in just a second. Now, I got to give you guys one more disclaimer. I mentioned this in my channel update video recently, but I did, as part of the discussion, so I had the most recent in the series. I had Forza Horizon 3 already, but I actually was offered a code for Forza Motorsport 7, which is what we're going to be looking at here. That's the mainline Forza series, because they have the mainline like Forza 1 through 7, And then they have the spin-off, like the Forza Horizon series, which is that's where you get your more open world and they kind of do a little bit of different things. But I was gifted a code, so for the base game, nothing, not the DLC or anything, but hey, the core game. So I've put some hours into it so I could, better participate in the discussion. But I did want to tell you, like I said, most of the things, almost everything I do on the channel, I've purchased myself. But I do want to make it up front if I do get something gifted to me, or if I'm not being provided it, like for to get a positive review or anything like that. But just letting you guys know. So let's pop into. Okay, here we go. Let me back out here. So I was right before the call. I was.
Guide tab, 5 of 8. Home, button.
My menus aren't responding. Like it came up, but this is where I left off. I mean, I guess I can reload the game. Let's do this.
My games and apps, button. Home, Forza Motorsport 7,
I'll just
15 of 49, selected, home, Gears of War, Forza Motorsports, Forza Horizon 3, 13 of 49.
I'll just go into Horizon 3
selected.
Really fast. I'm not going to play it, but I'm just going to load a different game and then go back into the other one, because for some reason, like I said, it just
from Cortana.
Totally went stupid, and I don't know if it was something
Cortana.
with the stream.
Go to the guide to open.
Or whatever. Shut up. All right. So now that's loaded
tab,
in memory.
My games and apps.
My games and
button,
apps.
Home. Forza Motorsport 7.
Go back into 7.
49.
And now we'll start, because we basically pushed Forza 7 out of the memory, put in Forza 3 real quick, and now we're bumping back into Forza Motorsport 7 fresh. So you'll see it from the beginning here. So the mainline Forza games, Forza 6, 7, that kind of a thing. These games are, they are like fixed tracks. They're not open world. You choose events, you choose your car, you choose events, and that kind of a thing. So that's what we're going to be doing this time. The Horizon games, as I said, those are the ones that are more open world. So we're just going to play a few races. I'll talk about some of the things that we talked about during the Microsoft session, and just my thoughts on the game in general. So here we go. We're at our main menu, and it kind of follows like a similar sort of Windows 10-esque tiles interface, and there's a lot of options. Basically, this is your career mode. You have online play, you have split screen play, you have like a free race mode. So, in the career, you're kind of gated by, different like tiers, as you race and as you get more cars. In order to unlock more cars, you basically have to buy like so many of tier 1 before you're allowed to get, buy cars in collector 2 and race. But if you just want to go like, I want to race this certain car on this certain track with these conditions, there is a free race mode where you can do that. So one thing that we discussed in the one of the pieces of feedback that I gave is some of the text, like, especially with like the backgrounds and stuff, the text can be a bit small, and I still I can see pretty well to play the game, but I always have more trouble with reading text in menus, dialog boxes, option screens. stat skill trees, all of those types of things. But you see we have just a whole bunch of different options here, and there's like 3 or 4 different, well, yeah, you see the tabs across the top there. There's a whole bunch of tabs of just options and options, so there is tons of variety, tons of replayability. You can, you could even, like, if you just wanted to create skins and paint jobs and designs for cars, you could do that, and then sell them for virtual currency on the market. I haven't even dove into that kind of a thing. And this is going to be a very basic look. I'm not going to look at, the in-depth, comprehensive of everything, but this is just going to be kind of my experience. And I did a video, I forget which one I covered, but I did a kind of a look at an earlier Forza game. And, I am a casual simulation game fan. I'm much more, this is the pickup that I was most recently racing since I let it idle. But, I'm more of a arcade racing game, like I've mentioned before. Burnout 3 Takedown, Burnout Revenge, ooh, so good, But Forza does a really nice job of balancing, hardcore simulation for those people who want that, but making it, accessible, making it more approachable to, a more casual racing game fan who just, I want to drive a car, I want to drive some realistic cars. It could be an entry-level car or a sports car, whatever you want to do. Pickup, they have everything in here. I bought a Hummer H1 already. I bought a Beetle. I have 1 or 2 muscle cars. And I got a pickup just recently here. So you have that. But yeah, so like there's so much to do. But I'm playing this on like a lower difficulty. You have different levels of assists that you can turn on. Anything from steering assist to braking to, there's probably a good half a dozen or more different types of assists that, you can turn on or off depending on how much challenge you want, or if you, again, maybe you have a motor disability and you can't manipulate the buttons as well. Those will really help you. Like, oh, I need to have reaction time to slow down for this corner, otherwise I'm going to overshoot it. These assists can really help with that. Or if you're low vision like me and you're in a sunset or sunrise and you got a bunch of glare on the road, or you're in a rainy weather and you want to make sure that it's easier to find a corner, you'll automatically kind of start slowing down a little bit so that, you'll make the corner. So that's been a staple of the Forza games since, when did they start doing that? Like 2 or 3? Where they really started putting a lot more of the assists in. I know I really started the series on Forza 3, I think, is where they really started making it more approachable for people, because I tried the first 1 or 2 games and I was like, it's a little too simmy for me, I'm terrible. But once they started doing the assists, it was actually really helpful. So I'm just going to go in, actually in the main menu here really quick, one of the things that we did comment on, there's kind of this balance between, what did they say? Consistency and what was the other word he used? Like basically a difference between consistency or cohesion. Contextual. So consistency and contextual, like, I had mentioned, like some of the interfaces are, might be a little bit confusing for some users because like you've got, bigger tiles on the top, you've got smaller ones on the bottom. There are areas where like, in between events, you'll have one big tile here, but then on the right, you'll have 2 smaller vertical tiles. So there's not really a consistent way to navigate all of the menus, the interfaces in there. So like if you were very, very low vision or totally blind, it would be actually pretty difficult to consistently figure this one out. But like I said, they want to have contextual options and balance that with consistency. Again, one of the other main pieces of feedback that I gave is text-to-speech. We talked a little bit about that, both individually and in the group feedback. It's probably not going to come, within the next 6 months, but they're definitely aware of it. They want to get that API to basically, they did explain it a little bit. I kind of understand it, but I don't know really how to explain it to you guys. But there are different levels of what the game outputs and what narrator can see and different things. So, it's not as easy as just, plug in the API and now a game will talk. And there's a difference between just making whatever text it sees, whatever text string narrator sees and spitting it out there and speaking it versus actually making, it kind of screen reader friendly or screen reader-esque friendly so that, the menus aren't super wordy or they're meaningful and they don't drive you crazy. So again, that's kind of another balancing, but they are working on it. And if I had to guess, I would probably guess, I'm going to be optimistic here, but I would probably, I want to hopefully guess that, within a couple, maybe 2-3 years, if not sooner, I'm hoping that maybe we'll get a game from Microsoft. Could be Forza, could be another first-party game, could be whatever, but it would be really cool, if one game actually did, work well with this text-to-speech API and provide, actual meaningful text-to-speech support. So they are aware of it, they're totally working on it, and I'm extremely interested, I'm extremely excited to see what becomes of that in the next couple of years, because if they can do it and, they can kind of make it a standard in some of their first party stuff, and if they can make the API, if they can make it, friendly so that it can communicate with other games, maybe 5-10 years from now, maybe it'll be just another thing of you can, just like a set-top box now, you buy an Amazon one, you buy an Apple TV, you buy Roku, they all talk now to varying degrees. But even at some level, 5-10 years from now, if we were actually able to see games talk, that'd be awesome. Menus and stuff, interfaces, if they would talk, heck yeah. So let's jump into a race. I'll talk a little bit more about some of the interface and stuff later, but I want to go into a race just so you guys aren't just looking at menus all the whole time. Now, I've just started the second tier. I've just unlocked the second, basically, driver level. But I'm going to go back to the first one. And oh wait, hold on. Let me see here. Yeah, so I've done this whole first column. You have 4 different types of events. There was a hatchback one, there was a muscle car one, there's a couple of them. There's a head-to-head race. And I just did the first cup up here for, you see on the very right hand side, if I arrow down, they're empty, but if I arrow up to this one, they're checked off. So that means I've done this circuit of events. This one I just raced with that pickup that you saw when I was waiting in the menus. So we're just going to go down the row. We're going to do another event. You get the description under the picture, what it is. Nice contrast there, by the way. I like that. You get some text. We're going to go into it here.
Raw, exhilarating, and astonishingly fast. Early supercars were born before modern technology allowed drivers to keep control. These cars work their magic with pure brute force.
Yeah. Now we're talking. Oh, right. So now we get to choose a car from a different, a type of class. So these are still these are tier 1 level cars. But I's gonna, oh man. There's some cool looking cars, dude. There's some... Oh man, that looks pretty sick. That is a 1993 Jaguar. Okay. Oh man. Or I could do... Yeah, 1987. That is totally a Ferrari. I would pretty much recognize a Ferrari. 1992 Ferrari. Yeah. All of these are good. Can I just buy them all like right now? Got another, oh, a 95 Ferrari. 1992 Bugatti. That's pretty cool looking too. 1981 BMW. That's not too bad either, but... Oh, I think it's gonna... I mean, I love the... Oh, we got a Lamborghini too. Huh. I don't know what I want. Do I want the Jag? Or do I want a Ferrari? I mean, the Jag is cool. Do I want... do I want this Ferrari with the big old tail fin? Or do I want the one with the cool, like, side vents and stuff? Oh, they both have cool aspects that look... I like the hood of this one, too. I gotta go with, you know, I like them both, but you know, they're both sick. I'm gonna go with this one.
If you want to get your hands on these cars, you'll need to increase your collection to unlock higher tiers.
No, I can't even. Oh man, really? I can't even play this right now. Okay, I guess I can't unlock either of them right now. Let's see what we got up here.
Of course you can race ATVs. The Razor by Polaris is a capable side-by-side vehicle with enough power to blast through the toughest outdoor challenge. But they're arguably more fun in a pack on a modern-day racing circuit.
Yeah. Okay. I could choose... What, do I only got one of them? Okay, well... Yeah, let's... Yep, now we can choose between some custom paint jobs that people have made, or I can go like a solid color if I want to. I can go to that mode. That's kind of cool looking. And it's still loading. Okay. Let's check out the main primary colors. It kind of does look better with like artwork and stuff on them. Like solid colors are okay, but we're gonna choose something from here. That one was good. Yeah, we'll just choose the first one. I don't know. I can't quite see, and I can't rotate the car, I don't think. I don't know what it says on the side. It's a little small. But, you know, we'll do a little product placement. Sure, why not? Yeah, let me buy it. Yep. Alright, so we're going to go to our first event. And here is our menu interface on the left. We can ready up, basically. While it's loading the track. We got our car collection on the right, though we can use our eligible cars. We've got, let's see, Seeker, Champion, I'm not quite sure what that's all about. Okay, here we go. So, we're going to do our first track. I've never played this before, so I have no idea what it's going to be. So now we can do some like tuning if we want to. I know nothing about like custom tuning the car, so I just go with defaults because I would totally, if I was doing suspension or tuning, I would screw up the car so bad that I wouldn't even, We're just going to leave it alone. This game looks gorgeous, by the way. I only wish I had an HDR monitor so I could take advantage of that. Now, I use the hood cam a lot of times. You can do third person. You can do... Oh, it's going to be hard to talk in race, I can already tell. You can do hood cam, you can do bumper cam, which is even lower. You can do cockpit view, like you saw at the beginning of the race there for a second, before I started. Oh, hey! Ow! You know what, we're going to use our feature rewind here, because we're not going to put up with that shenanigans. If anyone's going to be bashing the crap out of other vehicles, it's going to be me! Out of my way, dude. Wow, I'm just getting wrecked. Like, this kind of reminds me of like sprint cars or something. Like, you know, they just go all super crazy. Except we're on pavement. I have not adjusted to the handling of this yet, so it's probably, I'm gonna be a little rusty. It's gonna be a little squirrely, but we're gonna do what we can. One of the things that I mentioned, you know, when they asked me, like, you know, what do you think of the interface? Do you look at the mini-map? Do you look at some of the HUD around the edges of the screen? And because of my vision, you know, I've talked about this in other racing game videos, when I'm racing like this, I look at what's in front of me. I cannot really look at any of the HUD around me because I'm too busy watching the road and my peripheral vision just doesn't, it's not good enough to be able to really look in the lower, you know, any of the corners, or, you know, I can kind of glance up at the rear view mirror, but, you know, not too much. No, keep speeding up here. So you notice we have the driving line, and that will assist you. You notice that it also changes colors and kind of blinks at times. That's, like I said, it's teaching you. You can turn it off once you get used to it, or you can cut it down so it only appears on corners and stuff. But basically what it allows you to do is learn a particular track. You follow the racing line. It may not give you the best, you know, the best lap times, but it gives you like kind of a general, overall good path to follow. So, you know, like when you're taking a corner, you know, you don't want to cut it too sharp, but you don't want to, you know, be on the outside and then, you know, have to just really turn. You have like the apex of a corner of a turn. So I'm going to undercut this guy on the inside. I'm going to slow down. He's going to bounce off of me because he's a dink. There we go. And especially, hopefully we'll get a track that has weather effects in it. The racing line is very helpful when you got people spitting water in your face, you know, from like the splash of on the road and the rain and stuff. It's the racing line really helps as a way, in addition to following other vehicles. I like, you know what, I kind of like driving this thing. It's kind of fun. See, there we had a little lag hiccup from my network. That was definitely... Okay, oh, fourth? Are you kidding me? See, I was too busy blabbing. That's not acceptable. I'll try this track one more time. Maybe I'll just not talk as much and you can just kind of soak in, listen to the sound effects. Next race, no, we're gonna restart. So I'm gonna try to do better this time. I'm not gonna promise anything, and if I still suck, I'll see if I can back out altogether, and then maybe we'll go try a tier 2, unlock a car there. So this is like any kind of like, you're trying to get better sponsorships and stuff like that, and you're earning like money and credits and stuff. There's a couple different currencies. They do have real money stuff that you can buy. I have not put anything into that. I'm probably not going to. I'm just going to play with what I can, what I have. And so when you get a driver, when you get a level up, you notice I'm level 7 here. You see the things on the right, you have the 3 different things I can choose from. So you can pick between money, a car, or some other driver outfit when you hit another level. And I've been mainly choosing cars just because then it's like, hey, we'll get another freebie car. But you can get money, and then like if let's say you want to save up money so that you can get a specific car that you want. Of course you can choose that. We're going to try this one more time. Now that I've actually sort of accustomed or adjusted myself to the handling of this car, or this little buggy guy. All right. And I'll show you some of the other camera angles when we get into like another mode or something. Actually, this one I might be able to have. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna. I thought it was. What the heck button is it? I thought it was the right bumper that let me switch cockpit views, but I'm too busy racing now. All right, I'm just gonna race. Figure it out later. Because I was doing that the other day. Oh, you know what? That was Horizon 3. That might be different. It might be the back button. Oh my, you know what? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So we got third person. Get out of here, dude. We're gonna restart here in just a second. With this vehicle, I could do that. Let's pause. And let's go. See, this is the one that you got a big resume button there. You've got a couple of I can rewind, assists. Okay, am I just stupid? I mean, I guess. Well, okay, well, you know what? Fine, I'll just back up as far as I can go. I didn't see a restart option. Maybe I am blind or dumb. I just didn't. So now that I have this cockpit view, you can, see something a little bit different than my hood cam. I can probably drive like this, because some vehicles, what happens is like, if you're in more of a closed-off car, the actual vehicle itself. Oh God, I'm on the outside. The vehicle itself, actually takes up so much screen real estate that you don't have much screen, especially if you're low vision. You want to have as much of the screen available to you as you can. But this one, I can live with this on this vehicle. I'm probably not going to do well in this race either. But we're going to try. I kind of wish that, like, this was like on a dirt track or something. Like, I wish they weren't all highway, because, like, you get a buggy or you get a pickup or something, you get a Hummer, you know, you want to go off-road, man. You want, or at least like gravel roads or dirt roads or like, you know, hilly stuff. Like, you want to bust through some stuff, man. That's what I want to do. So that was a little sloppy Joe, so I can back that up. Yep, okay, and it goes to like fixed points. So, like, you know, you can hit it again if you have more rewind, but see, now I took it a little bit better. And I should be able, yep, I can get in on this guy. I'm cutting that corner a little. Ah! Okay, that guy prevented me from turning because he hit the back of my car. Like a very bad driver. Ah! There we go. I know that's not realistic, you know, you don't do that in real life, you don't get a rewind, but it's a video game. So guess what? I want to win. Or at least do better than I did last time. I at least want to get third. I at least want to place. You know, if I have to do the event over again later, I will, but I at least want to get in the top 3. Yeah, I'll bash you out of the way, bub. Get. Alright. Yeah, we're coming up on, it looks like 2 cars up here. I don't know much, I don't think I have much time to catch them, that's no problem. Can I, okay, I can get this guy inside, I think. Hey! Oh, you know what? Okay, we're going to try that again. We're going to go for a little bit of a different, okay. We're going to go like this, we're going to go, there we go. Uh-oh, no, no. Don't you dare. You're trying to hit me from the back and make me fishtail. I don't think I'm going to catch, unless I get a straightaway or something. I don't know if I'm going to catch this guy up here or not. He's a couple car lengths ahead of me. So one of the interesting low vision accessibility things I never would have even thought of during our group discussion was one of the guys had said, you know, what about adding a kind of a pace car that would always, it would lack collision detection, but it would, oh, second, all right, I just inched that guy out. You know what, I can move a second. I can make that up. If I get first, I can make that up and place top. But one of the suggestions that they had was having like a pace car that didn't have any collision detection, but no matter how you were driving, it would always stay just ahead of you, so that like you would always have a vehicle to follow, kind of a guide. You know, it's like, hey, okay, I'm going to follow you. You turn left. Okay, I see you're turning left. Then I will know, in addition to the line, you would know that you'd have something else to follow. You know, if I'm in the middle of the pack, I can do that now. But if I get in the lead, you know, I wouldn't be able to do that. I would just, you know, have the line or no line to do it, depending on how I had the settings configured. But that's a really cool idea. And after we hung up, I was thinking about it a little bit more, and like you could have a couple of options for, you know, making it like look like a solid car, or you could make it look like a, you know, semi-translucent or transparent ghost car like some of the other racing games have. I know the guy, I had mentioned that during the conference call, and he said, well, I would have trouble seeing if it were more transparent. So, you know, you could have those type of a thing. But the other thing that I thought of after the fact is you could have this like pace car, but you may not want it, you know, right up in your grill. You know, you would, maybe somebody would want it that close, or, you know, maybe you would want it 1 or 2 car lengths ahead of you. So like for me, I could see that the car, like that car I was trying to chase toward the end, you know, he was, you know, what, 2-3 car lengths or more ahead of me. And so, you know, I actually kind of prefer a couple car lengths ahead, because then, you know, otherwise he's totally, like, again, right up in my grill, and I can't see around him. So you kind of want to balance that, or maybe you could have you could have a distance slider for the pace car too. So that's something I thought about after the fact. All right, what kind of track do we got here? I'm gonna go. Oh! I like this better. I even get another. So I still get the inside, but it's a little. Oh, okay. I like this, but I get more actual usable view for this cockpit. And the way this vehicle is built, like I said, I get a lot more. I get a lot more. Window. There are some other cars where I definitely wanted the hood cam because you just didn't get a lot of, oh god, you didn't get a lot of space, so you had a lot of your dashboard and stuff taking it up. Yeah, this is going to be a tight. Alright, oh, get out of my way, duder. Oh, you know what, I wasn't paying attention to the line. I was just watching that car out of the corner of my right eye. And really? All right. And I kind of took that way left. So we're gonna make that all better, so that we're more competitive. We're gonna take the right side of the road, past that guy. And then go on the outside. I was hoping we'd get some rain or something coming up here, just so you can see that. Okay, there's our lap. Doing okay. We might be able to actually win this one. Oh wow! You got to be really subtle on the steering wheel on this one, otherwise it's pretty easy to overcompensate. Hi, how you doing? Got a couple cars in front of us here. Okay, this is that corner that we, no it isn't actually. Get out of my way. Okay, this is, we're all packed in here. Oh, okay. I can live with that. I'll fender bend you a little bit. Hey! Get out of my way. Alright, you want to play rough? I will, pass your ass. Here we go. There we go, now we're talking. Still got a couple ahead of me, I think, here, at least. Oh, yeah. Well, we're doing okay. Okay, oh, we got this guy. Come on. No. Why did you hit? Okay, we got another lap. If I do well... Oh, God. If we do well, I realistically think that I should be able to pass this guy. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is the vibration feedback, the force feedback of this game. I don't know how... Whoa! That was sloppy. I don't know what happened there. I don't know how they do it, but they do this amazing job of force feedback. Like, you know, if you're a little bit off the road, you hit a rough patch of road, like, you know, there's something under one of your triggers or part of your controller will go off. And, like, I could see that being adapted. I actually made some... Oh, geez. I'm too busy talking. I could see doing... like more, oh you idiot, more specific feedback in addition to audio cues. I could see this particular game, or a game like this, being made totally accessible to blind players, and I gave several suggestions for a combination of audio cues and a different, basically a different mode of vibration force feedback that could make it work. You know, taking something like Audio Rally Racing, their concept. First place. How do you like that? There we go. Or that recent video I did for Audio Moto Championship. You know, having features like that, but then combining the really nice, you know, really excellent force feedback that Forza has, but instead of showing you like the level of traction you're getting, you could have it represent how close to either side of the road you are. Or, again, here's another thing I wouldn't have thought of, but in the group discussion, somebody had mentioned, instead of saying how close to the road you are, especially in Forza games here, since we have this racing line, you could tie that vibration feedback to the line, so that maybe the more you go off, like when you're on or really near the line, you won't get much feedback or any feedback. But as you stray from that racing line, you know, you're going more off course. So as you're, you know, veering from that, then the vibration could pick up. And then you combine that with like a co-pilot, like in a rally game where they say, you know, hard left turn, easy right, you know, hairpin left, whatever. You know, you combine that like a co-pilot and then some of the audio and or vibration-y stuff. I really truly think this, and especially with like good stereo sound, if you're using headphones, I think you'd have to have some other indicator, you know, really good sound separation for the cars that are in front of you. Oh, we got a night race. Okay, so you're going to get to see that. But you could, I think you could make a AAA racing game, assuming they add text-to-speech for the menus, in a year or two maybe, or, you know, whenever they can get it working. Holy crap, this is dark. We're going to see how this goes. I think you could make a AAA racing game like this work. And I'm going to go with it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go back to my view, especially because at night I want as much screen real estate as I can, because I don't know how the headlights are going to go. Oh boy, okay. Actually, this isn't too bad to see. I'm just trying to pay attention. Okay, we got a straightaway. Okay, we're going to undercut. We're going to... Oh my god. See, this one, like, my problem is I tend to... I don't know if there's a little bit of lag in the streaming, but I tend to overcompensate a little bit. So you really, you know, you cannot just, you know, jam left or right on the analog stick to turn, to steer. You know, you really got to feather it. Subtle movements, because if you... Oh, I was going way too fast into that S-curve. So we're going to slow her down, kick her down a notch, and we're going to... S-curves. No rain yet. Not yet. I mean, sometimes I was in a race where it didn't rain until like the second or third lap, so the weather could change. I do want to show you the weather effects if I can. Oh, during the race! Hi, we're going all over there. Okay, we're going way too fast. We got to catch this guy, but we're kind of squirreling, we're kind of fishtailing around these S-curves here. And again, I'm playing with a lot of the assists turned on, because I'm not, like I said, I'm an arcade racer guy. I'm here to enjoy speed. I'm here to enjoy, like, the racing the different cars, seeing the different tracks, enjoying the weather effects, just enjoying racing, you know, like, I'm perfectly fine with a a little bit lower level of challenge. Like I'm here for fun. I mean, I want a little. Sure, I want challenge, but I'm totally fine with bashing this guy out of the way because he's in my way. And this game also does have what they call drivatars. So like if you have friends that play this game, like okay, that was horrible. That was unruly. Let's go back up one more. If you have it'll kind of keep track of how you play, and then like if you're not racing online or whatever, you can race their drivatar, that is supposed to behave like you would and drive like a freaking maniac like I am, or drive well like you're supposed to. But yeah, my drivatar, even during this session, I was joking. I'm like, yeah, my guy is probably that dick guy that you would hate, that guy that's just like, you bash into people. Like, I play aggressive, like, what is it, drive angry, like in Burnout. I'll try to drive clean when I can, but like, I'm not above. If I'm on the inside corner and I can use you as like a little, what do you call it? Like a little wall so I don't skid off the track as far. Yeah, I'll use you as a railing. I don't care. I know it's not kosher, but you know what? It's okay. Well, we're not going to win this race because I don't even know where that other vehicle is. Oh man, I could do this if I wasn't talking. But I'm playing pretty fast and loose here, especially around these stupid S-curves, and I just lost a place. We're going to see if we can pass him again. We're going to see if we can get back. Okay, yep. Slow her down a little. Sometimes you have to slow down. I know I don't want to. I want it pedal to the metal all the time. But if you want to race effectively in a simulation racer, even with assists, you have to know when to back off a little. So, that was bad. Okay, we'll keep going as long as this guy doesn't pass me again. I don't like these S-curves, man. Okay, we're getting some dawn here. It's nighttime, but the sun's just thinking about coming out. And like I said, the graphics in this game are amazing. Like, I would love to see this. Ow! 7th? No, that is not acceptable. I think we're just going to quit this heat and move on to a different thing. Show you a little bit of a different... Wow. Yeah, I was nowhere near... I can't race and play well at the same time. I lucked out on the last race, but... yeah, no, we're going to quit. I can come back to this circuit later. I don't mind redoing it. But yeah, we'll take a look at it a little bit here. Do another type of race, do a different car. Oh, okay, right. So here we go. I leveled up, and now I can choose money. I'm gonna choose a car because I want more cars. Yep, good for me. Boom. A 1996 HSV. I don't even know what that is. Looks like a coupe of some kind. Okay. Sure, whatever. We get another coupe. Why not? Oh, okay, we get another collector rank up, it looks like. I'd like to have a course that does some sort of like, dusk or dawn or rain effect especially. I know I could replay like one of these because I know, was it this one? Like one of the first or second tracks had it, but we're just gonna, if we don't get to it, we don't get to it, but we'll do, because I do want to see what the start of, let's see. Okay. Oh, it's probably going to cancel my other thing
These
that I was
top-tier
on.
sport compacts cram big performance into a small space. Built by manufacturers from across the globe, these cars are often the fastest version of a model. Besides a healthy dose of speed, they have aggressive suspension for cornering and body kits to fight air resistance.
Good.
In short, fast, and fun.
Sounds good to me. So, I could be one of two cars, it looks like. I could be a 2013 Subaru, or... Oh, it doesn't actually have... What the heck? Huh. Okay, well, you know what? We'll get a Subaru, sure. Oh, okay. So let's see what our track is going to be like. Oh. The background is kind of dreary. So I wonder if that's... I haven't really been fully paying attention. I wonder if that means we're going to get some rain. So you get to see that. And there are a lot of aspects of this game that I'm not going to cover. I just want to show you the core racing, the visuals, and stuff like that, so you can kind of decide. There are things like you can get like these perks, they're called them mods, but basically they give you, they're kind of like, I would call them perks. Like you can make a race more challenging, and then you get more a reward if you do well, or you can give yourself, you know, depending on what you get, you know, there's kind of like little, with some of this virtual currency or some of the stuff you can buy with real money, you know, you can get these kind of loot drops things essentially where, you know, you can basically adjust your difficulty, give you some positive perks, or make it more challenging. I haven't really messed with any of that. I probably will look into it a little bit, but I just want to like play the game for now, and I also want to I just want to show a lot of the racing, because I did a lot of talking right away. I showed you a lot of the menus, and that's what I want to show you. I want to show you the visuals of the race. I want to show you the visuals of... Hey! That was not cool. I was on track, and somebody bashed me from the side and knocked me off the track like an uncool driver. So I'm going to do that to somebody else, because it's different when I do it. Boy, I can already tell, like, from what just handling this car, you know, this is a tier 2 car. Like, to me, it doesn't handle like a frickin' boat. When you're like, some of the vehicles I've driven, like, you kind of have to really fight with it to get around some of these corners a little bit. You really got to slow down. You really, you know, they don't, like I said, or the guy had said in the description, you know, the suspension and the, you know, wind resistance or whatever. It just feels a little bit nicer to drive. Okay, we're gonna... There we go. Not the cleanest, but we cut it a little short, but... Plain dirt. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is it gonna rain here? Yeah, it looks like it wants to. Curves again there. Oh, that was sloppy. I turned too far to the right, so coming back was a little bit... I did not make that corner very well. Straight away, maybe I can catch up here. Okay, there's a lap. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what other things we talked about, like things that I didn't think of. We talked about the pace car. We talked about the racing line. We talked about... you know, making it totally blind accessible, text-to-speech for the menus. Oh, and I also asked about, you know, like font size for for the menus, that would be really helpful. Oh yeah, we got some stuff going on now. Yeah, you can tell. We talked about that. And then I also mentioned, you know, like all of the menus here are a white background. I said, you know, a dark mode, you know, especially if you're relying on a lot of white for your background. If you're relying a lot on that, like having an option for a darker interface, darker background, wow, I can't even catch these guys. Like on the straightaway, they're just blowing me away. I don't know. I think what it's happening is I'm not pulling out, I'm doing sloppy corners. And so when I get out of them, it takes me far longer to get up to speed. Yeah, this is a great example. Look at this. So it's getting really kind of blurry with all the rain. And, you know, watching that racing line and looking at the cars in front of me right now is helpful to navigate. So, you know, if the blurriness kind of affects you at all, get out of my way, dude, buddy. Okay, let's pass this guy. But yeah, so you can see, I mean, this is actually kind of a light rain, like, especially when I was playing Forza Horizon 3, which I might do a separate video for. There was somewhere it was just like this super downpour, and I couldn't see crap. Like, you know, there were people in front of me. The water was just splashing in my face. It was all kinds of nuts. So it looks like we got another lap here. I can probably... Yeah, I'm so glad we got to do a rainy track. I haven't gotten far enough. I don't know if there's snow. It'd be interesting to see like ice and snow handling and ice and snow visuals. Oh, yeah, I hear the thunder. Can you hear the thunder? Alright, there we go. Oh, I think we got another guy in front over there. I think I saw around the right corner there. Not sure. Oh, there we go. There's some lightning. Yeah, thunder and lightning. Now we're talking. Oh yeah, we got this guy up here. So let's see if we can catch... See if we can catch this guy. Oh yeah. We got some weather. Oh yeah, we got weather going on now. It's getting pretty real out here. Okay, we're catching him. How do I do this corner? There we go. And I'm hoping maybe they drive a little more cautiously in the water, in the rain. So maybe I have a better chance to catch him. I think we're hitting the end of the lap here pretty oh yeah, okay, yep, the right, left. They'll trick you, that corner. Okay, let's get, come on, go, 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 go. We're coming up here. Oh, I'm not going to get him. Come on, pass, pass. Oh, damn. Almost. But second is okay. It's the first race in the circuit, so. Okay. Then, we'll see what the next track is, but that might actually be a good place to wrap up the video. I know this has been probably a pretty long one again. But that is Forza Motorsport 7. It is available on the Xbox One, but it is also available on the PC if you have Windows 10. And the cool thing about it is, you know, just like the last one or two Forza games, it is one of the Play Anywhere titles. So if I wanted to, I could download the PC version, which would run at a little bit higher, you know, it would run at a higher resolution, or, you know, have maybe, it would take advantage of your PC graphics card better. But it's buy once on either platform and play it on the other. So I could buy it on the Windows Store and then choose to play it on my Xbox One, or I had my code that I gotten for this on the Xbox One, but I could also go to the Windows Store and download the PC version. This is a ginormous beast of a game. I want to say the Xbox One was like a little over 60 gig, and I heard that the Windows version is actually like 90. Jeebus. That's all I gotta say. Is damn, man. 4K assets and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that takes up some. That definitely takes up some space. Games are freaking huge. So if you're into gaming, you want to get into gaming. Here's some advice: don't skimp on the hard drive, because every time you think you're never going to use all of that up, especially with games, I guarantee you'll use it up pretty quick. So let's see what this is. I'm probably not going to finish this race, but I'll probably pause it here pretty soon, and we'll wrap up the video. But let's just see what the conditions are here. Oh, that's kind of a neat cockpit. But see, that cockpit view. Actually, yeah. I'll show you the cockpit view. So look at how less space. Remember when we were in that Jeep? Like, I've got like this little, a lot smaller viewable area. Now that's not bad. Actually, if you still want some cockpit, I like having, that is actually a really cool thing. Oh my God, that's bad. Yeah, I know. But we're gonna quit here. I've played this track at night with another vehicle. I recognize this track. Yeah, it was all rainy. It was like super rainy when I played this last. I think I played this in a pickup earlier. But I like the fact that you have two cockpit views, like the one that's set further back if you want. Oh God. If you want that. But I like this one because it's more of like you're leaning in toward the dash. Yeah, this definitely seems like looks European, I think. Like got some narrow streets. Yeah. I've played this track before. This track was actually pretty fun. Aside from the fact that I'm sucking horribly right now, but yeah, when I played this with the pickup earlier, I got first on this track before, so yeah, I like this track. But anyway, nevertheless, that is Forza Motorsport 7, available for both the PC and Xbox One. We are looking at the Xbox One version right now. Like I said, I'm not going to go into every single mode. We would be here till Christmas. Yeah, quit out. There's, like I said, there's single player stuff, there's career mode, there's free play, there's online. I'm probably not even going to dig into that all that much because I'm terrible. But you can play online. You can, like I said, create. I didn't even really go into the editors for, like, making your car designs. But when I bought a couple of the cars, you've seen a few things that people have made or whatever. But I've seen in prior games, like, you look at some of the stuff, they give you like these letters, numbers, and shapes. These like primitive shapes, and it's amazing. Like, people create these super elaborate things with just like different shapes and colors, like logos and characters and designs. It's pretty, I mean, it's fun just looking through and seeing what people create for designs, car designs. But yeah, I'm trying to think, like I said, so that's at least, you kind of get to see what the game looks like. I showed you, I didn't really play in third person much, or well at all, but I showed you a couple of the cockpit views, the hood cam, but I'm trying to think, as far as accessibility goes, I think I covered, like I said, the font, the menus, the consistency, the driving line, the other suggestions with like the pace car, the audio announcer, like the co-pilot, making it accessible for indicating with audio and vibration for blind players. Hopefully they add text-to-speech in the next couple of years. That would be amazingly awesome. I mean, think about, like, when they're just starting to make Madden accessible last year. Madden 2018. Granted, they don't have text-to-speech in that either, but they made some of the core gameplay aspects accessible. So even if, like, to start with, if you had to, like, they made an extra or a different navigation mode with the combination of vibration and and audio feedback, you could just like the EA Accessible site did for Madden, they could guide you through, like, the button presses to navigate the menus of a game, to choose the options, and then to go into a race. And once you're in, like, the core racing part, I think maybe could be accessible. And the coolest thing about this to me is that it's not like a small little indie game. It's not something that's made specifically for the blind, that no sighted person would really generally want to play. Nothing against that, but I mean, a lot of the audio only games, they're fun, they're cool, but like I said, they're developed by small teams, and they, especially if they're audio only, they don't necessarily, unless they're looking for something totally unique, they don't really, those kind of games don't necessarily appeal to a sighted audience. But if you could take one of the core, the Forza series is one of, like, the Microsoft exclusives that they have, platform exclusives. If you could take a AAA game like this and make it playable to blind and low vision and people with other disabilities and the mainstream people that already play it anyway, that would be incredible. That would be awesome. So there may be some, there may be one or two things I missed. I really didn't talk about the open world stuff much. Maybe I'll get into that a little bit more if I do a Forza Horizon 3 video. I'd mentioned Burnout Paradise. I saw just yesterday on Twitter that Burnout Paradise is getting a remaster. I don't know if they're adding any accessibility features. I actually reached out to EA Accessible last night, and they said, well, I can't talk about unreleased games yet, but I'm secretly hoping that they'll maybe make something a little bit easier to play, because that, when the guy in their discussion tonight mentioned that pace car idea, if I could just have a dummy car that would, that I couldn't crash into, but they would always just be ahead of me, and, like, when I started an event, be it a time trial, a head-to-head race, or a full-on race, or whatever event it would be, if I could just have a car to follow. And then, the other thing that we mentioned was adding, like, in an open world game, especially like a Burnout Paradise, where, like, you can kind of make your own route as long as you get to the destination. That can be actually sort of confusing if you don't know the layout of the city and you're going so fast. But you could actually add, like, invisible walls to keep you sort of on a track if you wanted to, as an accessibility feature. And then, like, along the outside of the track, like where you would normally have an intersection, you would have, like, maybe some glowing arrows to help you indicate, hey, turn left here or keep going straight, kind of like in the Saints Row games that I've shown you guys on the channel. Go check out. Those videos don't actually have a whole lot of views because I recorded them a while ago before getting all my subscribers. But go check out the videos for Saints Row 3 and 4, Saints Row the 3rd and Saints Row 4, because they do some, especially Saints Row the 3rd would be the main one I would recommend that you check out, because that one, like I said, they have the navigation stuff right in the environment for an open world. And I would love to see something like that be added to Burnout, or even open world games like Grand Theft Auto, that kind of a thing. So with that, we're going to wrap it up here for real. Hope you guys found the video helpful. Hope you liked it. Like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel. Definitely let other people know. And I just want to send a shout out again to Microsoft and the people there everybody that I spoke with there. The event was really fun. I could have talked with them for another couple of hours just about racing games or even games and accessibility in general. Hopefully this is just going to be the start of an ongoing discussion. And maybe I'll be able to participate in not just racing game discussion, but any other kind of accessibility stuff that they're looking at for blind and low vision users. I've made a couple of connections now. So, I would be glad to participate in that even further. And again, I want to thank them for hooking me up with a code for Forza Motorsport 7. I am enjoying it quite a bit. I am definitely going to keep playing it. Even now, even though this event is done, I'm still going to keep playing it because I'm actually having a lot of fun. And so thanks again to everybody. And thank you to everyone who contacted me via Twitter and left a comment in the YouTube videos below. In my other in my channel update video, I did pass along your guys' information to the people, along with my own. So, look forward to more cool stuff from Microsoft. I'm really intrigued to see where they're going to go from here. So, wrapping it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Enjoyed the video, looking at this spiffy car. And until next time, follow me on Twitter at BGFH79. Like and subscribe, and keep the subscribes coming. And until next time, I will talk to you guys again later.